everyone, this is Lana. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. This is going to be a twin flame update and also an update on the energies and some messages that I was receiving earlier today in meditation. So we just had the most powerful full moon of the year. I don't know if you guys felt it, but it was quite amazing, the energy that was available. In Buddhism, it's one of the days that it's most celebrated because it is the day where the most spiritual energy is available, is coming down to the earth through the portal of the full moon, but especially this full moon in this time of the year. So of course, we're in a time where every full moon and every new moon and every astrological event is very important because we are processing so much at such a fast rate and such fast speed. So our bodies are trying to keep up with it. So if you have been feeling some of these symptoms, like being just exhausted or maybe having too much energy, not being able to sleep, if you can recognize if you're lacking energy or if you have too much energy. If you have too much energy, you can just do a small meditation or a ritual to release the excess energy. You can simply bless the earth. You can imagine the earth or your family, friends, your loved ones, or even your projects and your manifestations, and you can just bless them with the excess energy that is coming from God. Always remember to connect through your spiritual cord to God and through your grounding cord to Mother Earth before doing this practice. And if you're lacking energy, you can first of all move. That's a very good thing to do. Also, to just get the energies flowing again in your body. If you've been inside too long or still, you can just do any type of sport or dance or move a little bit to get the energies moving. And also meditate, and instead of blessing and giving the energy away, try to be open to receive more energy. So you can ask Durga to open your channels, your Sushumna, Nadi, Ida, and Pingala, which are the basically the channels where the energy flows through in our bodies, the energetic channels. Okay, so about the twin flames. During the full moon, we released a lot of patterns of templates of the masculine and feminine energy. Of course, we were focusing on the feminine energy because we were in a woman's gathering, in this woman's group. I'm also so thankful for everyone who was there. It was really, really beautiful. And all our ancestors were there. All the women from our lineages came through. And we could heal very deeply and move a lot of energy from back then, from the lineages, and to resolve this energy or this karma for ourselves in this lifetime. So what also came through the energy of the full moon about the twin flames, or that made me reflect on the twin flames, is the concept of energy. So the twin flame energetics, right? Many people are not very familiar yet with energy or the way energy works. We are expanding our knowledge about this right now. And many people, experts, have been doing a lot of research, and there's a lot of knowledge in spiritual traditions. But if you're kind of waking up or just discovering this whole world of energy, there are many things that can be confusing and sometimes even overwhelming. So for the sake of doing this very, very simple, I wanted to relay a little bit on science and on physics so that you understand how energy works, how energy healing works, and how the energy between twin flames works. So in energy, the things that we usually measure, or the things that we can measure right now with the science, the knowledge that we have, the scientific knowledge that we have, is how the particles move. And we have studied the atoms, for example. But there, in matter, we have studied matter, right? But in matter, there is always a vacuum space. There is always space between matter. So even the smallest matter, like an atom or a particle, even those are filled with space. So the way that my teacher, Master Chokokusui, he's the teacher of, or the founder of pranic healing, which is one of the things that I studied a long time ago, well, still do. He said the space between the atoms and the space that surrounds all of matter, all of our universe, this empty space, is exactly what connects us. So this is exactly why we can access this space that is in everything and that is in everyone and in absolutely all the universe. We can tap into it, and that is why, for example, distant healing works, or that is why you can have telepathy with people, or that is why you can feel certain things from other people. And that is also where the collective consciousness, it's like a web, you see. We see it as a space, as a vacuum, but actually you could see it as a web, like as a web of light, right? And through this web, through this non-matter, is through which we communicate. And this is also the space through which we communicate with our higher selves, with angels, with, ascended beings, and with everyone, really, with animals. So I'm oversimplifying the concept, of course, but just for the sake of you understanding why it is that you can be in another part of the world and feel the energy of your twin flame or of your loved one, because it's not just with twin flames. We can actually develop this skill and feel it with everyone. And of course, if you start feeling more energy of people, places, things, then there's a good chance that you also have to have some knowledge about it and how to protect yourself and how to clear your energy and how not to be connected with everything all the time, because that can be also very overwhelming. That actually happened to me when I was going through my awakening process back in 2008, and I used to connect so deeply with everyone that I would feel the emotions or the things that happened in places, and I literally thought that I was going mad. I didn't have many people back then, or the internet wasn't as connected, or I didn't have any community surrounding me. I was always very alone. So I went through all my process alone, and then through different teachers and through studying, but basically I had to rely on my own experiences to create my path. So now that all this information is coming to light, it's important to have a clear perspective and to also be able to be neutral and to really take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, because your higher self is always guiding you, and he's always guiding you to the people, to the healers, to the places where you have to be. And if it feels right in your body, then listen to it, and if it doesn't, then don't. Because I get often many patients who see different healers or psychics or other type of spiritual healers, and sometimes they can be really like harsh, or say that, oh, if you heal your one chakra then everything's going to be fine. And that's really not how energy works, and that's not really how our energetic body works. So there's a lot to learn and a lot to be understood about this. And I say this with a lot of humility because I was also in that process when I was looking for answers and searching and learning. And I kept on studying and learning a lot, and I finally came to the point where I could help other people understand how their own energetics work and work through their energetics to bring healing to them and to ease pain and to do many other things. But it was also for me like a learning process, and many times I felt like I was blind to it because I was just being guided, but I didn't really know what I was doing until then the information came, So sometimes in this journey, and especially if you're in the journey of awakening, you can receive many things and insights and things that you need to do, and not necessarily having the theory to understand them. But then if you do it and you practice it, the theory comes. Or the other way around, you can get a lot of theory, but if you don't practice, if you don't have the body experience of it, the 3D experience of it to tie everything in, it can just leave you in this very magical spiritual world, but you can't really bring it down to earth to make it practical and to make sense of it. So this is a bit what happens, for example, when you use drugs to get to certain spiritual states, or to many people use them because they want to see things. They think they're going to open their third eye with it, and it's not that you open your third eye, but you have this extrasensory experience. But because if your body is not prepared to receive that amount of spiritual energy and is not prepared to see all those things and doesn't know how to interpret them, it's just not going in. You're not going to be able to assimilate that. So you may see many things and feel connected for 2 days, and then when you go back home, you feel like everything's gone and you feel empty because the energy wasn't able to anchor in through your body, because your spiritual body or your energetic body wasn't able to hold it yet. Because expanding our consciousness and awakening is a process. It's something that starts out small with small sensations, and then it goes bigger and bigger and bigger and more profound and more profound. And in that you can have many experiences. You can have extrasensory experiences at the beginning or the end. It depends on the person, and it depends on also how your soul is guiding you to awaken. But anyway, I don't want to go too much there into this tangent. I think there's a lot of material to do a separate video on using drugs or other things for the spiritual path. I think that would be a very nice video to do. But going back to the twin flames, so if there is this space through which we can communicate and we can sense energy, and we can basically connect to the energy of everything and understand the principle that we are all connected, so we are all one. One of the first things that comes up is what many people call karma, right? So if I know that I am a part of that person, because we are connected, because we are, in the end, we are one, I am not going to hurt that person, or I'm going to try to have compassion with them. So this knowledge can actually awaken this compassion for other people, to know that even the little bug on your windshield is also a part of you, is also part of God, is also part of existence. And this includes polarity. This includes the masculine and the feminine. This includes the good and the bad, what's seen as, the good and evil, spirituality and heaven and earth, So we are in a time where we are integrating all these polarities and no longer being the judge of them, but being the channel and the vehicle to be fully integrated, to integrate this in us so the earth can integrate also this spiritual energy in herself again. So we are acting as bridges, and especially if you are light workers or you're empaths or you're twin flames or you're healers, you are acting as a channel for this energy, which is probably why you're purifying more than a lot of people, and the processes may be harder and may feel more painful to you because your bodies are waking up, many of your spiritual bodies, and also because the more you can receive spiritual energy, the more you can also transmute energy. So it's a two-way street, right? So you get more energy, you can heal faster, but you also transmute a lot more in quantity. So your physical body needs time and needs other treatments to be able to process all of this transmuting and all of this integration that we're doing at a very fast pace. So please be in compassion with yourself first, especially also the divine feminines. Please be in compassion with yourself and put yourself first for once. I know we are the givers, but we're also the receivers. We also have to be able to receive love from ourselves, to ourselves, because we and all of you are very, very important pillars to all of this which is happening in the world currently, all this ascension and all this shifting of paradigms. So the better you feel with your body, with yourself, the more compassionate you are to yourself, the more you can also serve other people, and the more you can be there to heal and assist other people. And also especially your divine masculine, because they are really in need of friends, of leaders in the spiritual community, of just teachers also of how their energy works, how to connect with their emotional bodies, how to release the pain from their pain bodies, from so many lifetimes and so many things that are being purged out of them right now. Okay, so let me see my notes really quick here. Right, so because of this space that we're able to tap into, and because we are now starting to learn how this space works, which is beyond quantum physics, but quantum physics speaks a lot about this. It's just we're not able to measure it yet. So we are able, through this, the healers, the way we are healing, I have seen it's very, very different from the healers from the old spiritual paradigm. It is much more faster, much more direct. It has a lot to do also with embodying your divinity, not just putting it somewhere else up there in God or a person or an image, but really embodying the spiritual energy in your body. And the light workers, the healers who are doing this, they are becoming much faster vehicles for healing, to assist and to provide healing for other people. So it's like there was an upgrade of this energy, and all the healings, even just talking to patients, even the sound of the voice, all these frequencies and tones and codes are being activated through all of our bodies. And even just to be in your presence, if you are someone who's doing this, who's evolved in this way, even just people passing through your aura, through your energy in the everyday life, they get upgrades and they can be activated and they can be uplifted. So know that even if you are a professional healer or not, if you are doing your work and you want to with your heart, if it's your intention to assist in this, you will get a mission and you will get the people that need your advice and that need your healing. They will be sent to you in your life. Just be open to receive that, okay? And the same with divine feminines for your divine masculines. Be open to receive them when they are ready, and even if they're not ready yet, be open to send them this assistance and this energy if you know that they need it. Okay, so let me see again my notes. So sorry, I just had so many downloads, I had to just write everything down. Okay, so what I've been seeing also in the dynamic of the twin flames is that I had a vision where the divine masculines or divine feminines who are with karmic partners, it's like through this full moon they received this, it was like this veil was lifted. Again, we are uncovering things, and you know, Scorpio is all about uncovering things. But I feel like some secrets were uncovered, some things were uncovered, and especially the truth was uncovered for them. So I think many divine masculines realized or are realizing currently through this portal of the full moon that they are not happy with the person they are around their karmics. So they are seeing that in a way the karmic was a setback, and it was something that was familiar, something that had to do with their past and their past behavior and how they were before they actually came to the awareness of this spiritual truth in themselves, which many divine masculines may only have a seed. They may be just opening their eyes, they may be just awakening, but even the smallest sign of this awakening, it means that it will awaken them. Like, it doesn't matter how long or short the process is or how fast they recognize this. If they have been awakened even a little bit, the process is already unfolding. And the moment the process unfolds or starts unfolding, there is no way for them to look back or to be in denial or to go back to the old ways. I mean, there's a way, and many of them have done it, but it's not for long. What I mean is that this process of going back to who they were, it's kind of like for them to have a perspective and see how much they have actually changed during this time, and how much this spiritual awakening has changed their energetics, so they are no longer resonating with the way they once were. And this is true for everybody. We are healing and growing and changing and transforming so fast that we are never the same. We are not the same person that we were yesterday or a month ago or 6 months ago. So I think this is something that many divine masculines are realizing, that they don't want to be the person that they used to be anymore. They don't want to be in these codependent relationships, in these addictions, in this self-destructive behavior, which was triggered by this lack of self-esteem and lack of support and lack of knowledge of who they truly are, but especially lack of embodying and accepting and embracing their divinity, their spiritual truth. So now that this is happening, this is also to say for the divine feminines that the more you embrace your divinity, the more you embrace your spiritual truth, the more you recognize who you truly are as a divine being, the more you assist also your twin flame to realize the same. And the more you see him as the spiritual being that he is, the more you see him in his potential, the more you hold space for him at the stage that he is with compassion and love, the more he will react to these energies, and the more he will be able to receive light. Because as women, we have this 16 times more capacity, which I mention during my full moon gathering and during my teachings and classes. I always mention this because it means that we are able to protect by our biomagnetic structure. Because of our magnetic field, we are able to expand it and to protect our childs. And because of this quality that we have, that we can protect our children, that we can bear children and protect them, we have this special ability to protect people as well. Even if they're in the other part of the world, if a mother sends a prayer for her son, it will protect him, no matter where he is. And the same for your twin as the divine feminine. If you send a prayer to protect him, it will. The power of our projection as females, as the holders of the divine feminine, the creative energy, is so immense that you can't even imagine how much reach we have when we truly embody our divinity and who we are. So this is also why I just created this meditation and chanting class, which is called the soap work. I wanted to share this with you because this is one of the tools that I practiced on my divine masculine, and on many men in my life throughout times. And I have shared this tool with my friends, with my mother, with all the women that I know. And now I am teaching this workshop of this mantra called soap work, the mantra of love, which comes from the Sikh tradition. It was used and given to women by Yogi Bhajan, who brought Kundalini yoga to the States. And he always gave this to women when they needed to help their husbands or the men in their life, to heal them, to uplift them. And let me see here this quote, because I want to share this with you. Yogi Bhajan said that if a woman recites this soap work mantra, which is a bani, 11 times a day for any man, it has the power to make him a saint and dissolve any negativity between them. It also has the power to clear your arc line from all these sexual encounters that you had as a woman, to give you a clean slate when it relates to your sexual energy. Because we as women, and I said this also I think in the gathering, we have the quality of receiving imprints from all the men that we ever had sexual relationships with. So this is something that it can be unconscious, but it can block our current relationships if we haven't fully healed the imprint of the exes, of the ex-lovers, but even from past lifetimes. So the womb is our most powerful point of power, the womb and the belly button. So the womb, the belly button, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra, those chakras in a woman must be really we must really pay attention to them, because they have suffered so much over generations. When we were persecuted, or we were taken our power from men, and we had to give our power because we didn't have a choice. So now it's the time of the woman, Now it's a time of the divine feminine to rise. And now is a time where we take our power back through healing ourselves, through healing the woman, but also through healing the men. This is a quote from Yogi Bhajan I'm going to read to you because I really think it's beautiful and so true. Woman is the molder of time, the molder of space and of men, the men of tomorrow, the child, the men of today, the husband, and the men of yesterday, the ancestors. The entire society in theory and in reality is based on the spirit of the woman. So please take a few seconds to take that in. Men and the divine masculines are born from women. We are the bearers and the carriers of life. So that's why we have an immense healing power, and we have an immense capacity to assist and to heal everyone in our surroundings. This is why this mantra was given to the women, for them to create this sacred space. And this, just like the space we mentioned, it's like filling the space between you and your twin flame with this high quality energy, with this spiritual divinity. And through that, you are blessing your twin or the men in your life that you choose to work with. You can also do this for your children if they're going through a hard time, or you can also use it to bring in the soul of a divine man into your womb if you're about to conceive, or if you're pregnant, or if you want to get pregnant. So there are many facets of this mantra and how it works and how we can use it to benefit us and our relationships. It affects, because I have done it many times, it creates this space where you are protected, where your relationships start to heal. You may have dreams with your ex-boyfriends, ex-partners, finally cutting the ties with love. It is such a high energy that you don't even need to make an effort to cut the cords. It's not something that feels heavy. You just do your mantra every day during 40 days and it will clear up everything. So for any of you who are interested in taking this journey with me, I just put up on my website a new page which is called Soapwork, the Mantra of Love. And there is a package class which has 4 classes. It includes 4 classes with me, one each week. And we will chant the mantra. You will learn all the tools that you need to do it, to start the practice. We will do it together, also with other women. If you want to join, we will do group classes. And we will support each other, we will journal our experiences and see where we are after these 40 days and see how the twin flame relationship unfolds and transforms through this sacred, powerful mantra. So if you wish to do that with me, please go to my website and you just have to click on it, and then you will receive all the information that you need. And if you have any questions about it also. And the package also includes, for the first time, I'm including the 40 days coaching support. So if there's any question that you have, if there's anything arising during the practice of this mantra, during these 40 days, I will be available to you by WhatsApp or Skype, or we will see what method is better for you, so that you know that you have my assistance and my support through the journey. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say about that. And I will also be going to New York and New Jersey very soon in August, so I would love to meet anyone who is there, and I will also be giving healings to my clients there. And if you want to join, please write to me through my website or through my email. And and I got many questions about the full moon meditation. If you want to join, please subscribe to my newsletter on my website, and I will send you all the informations of the full moon's gatherings and other information about current classes and so on. And I was also guided to create a new meditation. So if you have done my first twin flame meditation, this is going to be like a follow-up to that, but it will be specifically surrounding the energies of union, of bringing you into unity between your spiritual and physical, heaven and earth, bridging that, and also bridging the space between you and your twin flame, and bringing more union to your connection or to any other connection that you might have. So I will leave you with that. I will be posting a new video very soon as well. So please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. And also if you want to donate, because I was asked this also, I always put a link on the description box of the videos, and there's this PayPal link where you can make a donation if your heart feels like you want to do that. Okay, so everybody, I wish you a lot of love, a lot of blessings, and if you need anything, if you want to do healing with me, I am here, okay? Much love. Bye-bye.